Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Kwamena.
May you know if you are Mamumbum Putsina Mambra. Oya Osafwi na sama to to man ya nanyim wo match eunde oya abato berze ma Osafwi no yan ye largely provisional sambada ya kwato nyim do boto yimfa na oboto benkum so no e provisional for the period ending 31st and then up to I'm sure end of first quarter the ensuing year. Nti se otwa bo mbewa na chi asan akona akeshem kana nti machi oya afiara okor mbrehye begom na okoyen kwame kakra bia owa mepere ntantama mazaka ka ahadwen sa na ye kiska samon hihye ansa na chi mayebetene nde madam yebotum ye gina do the plan o wo yimi yeba yetum na chada no abedegwa it's become a statement of fact, existing statement of fact. No ye kan wasam na kwame akwakopoem oya bo busumi afiarem nsam ne bi nde tantama murborhwi. Mr. Speaker, the drastic showdown in economic activity led to a huge drop in domestic revenues, combined with a sharp and unplanned hike. I'm Wadaruma Temo, Mr.
Me too.
That's Mr. Speaker. And this one is under the introduction part of the statement. Mr. Speaker, the drastic slowdown in economic activity led to a huge drop in domestic revenues, combined with a sharp and unplanned hike in COVID-related expenditures. In sum, this unprecedented crisis led to a sudden shortfall in government revenues amounting to 13.6 billion. That is the first point. An unexpected and unavoidable rise in expenditures of 11.7 billion. Kwame, manarite ma futisamfo ana osafui oye bobu sumia oka oye nhihye ayeye afi atwemko yerebo bai ma okopre mi de aban zika afi ni nyina twodo onyan onam owo nko mamoso nko de pie baasa watu wadi krado ato nkram da atukumasim da ato akasi kasuom ama yetwehan wo bebiara yentwa da pie baasa wiaza maya nyina di krado atoto to adwuma woyam atoto tum nti sabate bakaya na mobia mo kan de stay home and stay at home.
Peace FM
edwuma yabaye emasika baba ada yebehia wo fan raw materials ama yebotum ya import ya da yejuman onam stay at home and lockdown winti na nina no apem da minti o man nisika ntwa do onyan no the tsewe o pepepe ya pepeo o pepepe do baasa na kirpo esia sika gbododo sika bum pintamfier da miskan ntuma amba aban futum the miskeren to man yonu mpongutio okaban na yarba na waban na mo odo ba aban otu no sunti o de ka kaseso ba botodo anu so oye opepepe du bia akun na chiripo eson enti se da na tabina asama ba sika na odi enya no do atso ma da ya kada yebedi no so ye kwekwo ye huru yi krosor oyo pepe du bia akun na chiripo eson enti ye kwa onyeye ye ba onyeye sika sam ne chechen onam yerba nti mo kwekwo wi yin amiyim de omai etinye biara enyi ho de ampa moto wi adi nyina magana kawon ye ka oye a disaster oye in fact of the proportion that words can simply not describe. Osande, onye asase woswa asase ni mu pai mabinum kashem. Onye de tsunami a epo obuyi de family aduma efie bubuyi manyipa wi imomo yarba odem pem Ghana man yaka ho na ye adwuma ye nya so to na pe modbai was a major, if you may, natural disaster. It's a modern thing. More man, and what you now, and we are, you know what, you could mean. Nani on the chin, Kwame, Moko put me in there. Oshabo, they'll buy them in the May. Quickly, let me run through some of them. Mr. Speaker, through government emergency. And no, may I just remind us of the last budget so that we will appreciate where we have come from, and when we are now seized with what he does today, what he presents today, not that it's not being considered in a vacuum. And Mr. Speaker, through government emergency preparedness and response plan, EPRP 1 and 2, as well as the coronavirus alleviation program CAP, we undertook the following measures: provided financial clearance to employ additional 24 machine so the ejuma kwa me no won sam nse kwagu ba company wa ka said about it adne nzama be yo manti.
You mean he's talking Chinese?
Yes. Provided financial clearance to employ additional 24,285 health professionals between March and June. Did that happen or did it not? In the face of the pandemic. Expanded the capacities of laboratories to increase COVID-19 testing and establish isolation centers in all regions and districts. Kwame Koda, in the face of pandemic, or hell the break here, and so a Addo. Na Bawumia bang, Jinimpa home. Genomai, Nemumba, Yankwa, Nanekanko, Yaginia, Ogino, my home, and Zama, what year, then Jabia. It is a choice to either get the economy right, do the things that we have been doing, and that we will not commit to spending, even in the face of dwindling revenues. He said, no, human being first. And so let us focus on the life and the welfare of the human beings. And she said, and she shared the body na Kwame, if one by one, Nina, what to me, Jado, Yanina, what to me, Yamum, Nikasana, watch your way. Naturally, there will be consequences. Kwame. So when you not say kafa, I didn't. When you have not made provision for it. You never anticipated that your revenues were going to dwindle. You never anticipated that you were going to commit to expenditures that you had not budgeted for or planned for. The consequences will naturally be there, but it was an option to make. So Bakaya, in the very fresh and difficult days of the COVID, the president is quoted there. We know how to bring the economy back to life, but what we do not know is how to bring what
Yes, we don't know how to bring people back to life, but we know how to bring the economy.
That's right. Kwame, it's sir, you wa ye bi pa, you won count bi pa. Kwame, ekufu adu na Bawumia na ban. Oyine ye di won hwambo. Oyine ye de come home na mum ye bon hwa bado. Kwame, in the face of all of that, and I finish with this, and then I'll be done with the budget, and just will say a few things on what may happen in today's budget. A few things. In the face of Kwame, what's he now? Zambia, Okrodo Kakra. Ekufuado, no, Bawumia na ban. Oshade. All your public sector workers are Kwame. The man been now for over 11 months. No one kwejuma. They are salaries and their jobs were protected. Public sector workers, their salaries and jobs were protected.
So we'll find out the full details today.
Kwame, oh yeah, frontline workers, or your health workers. Kwame, there was the need for some incentives to provide them. Nina on man paying the nebezechi or to the man money, but I'm rounding up on this. Even more critical. And in there, Kwame, you from a school, or by some casepa de my hand. You had our kids stay in the house for 11, 12 months. Now, from us, I work at school, Kwame. So, if you are close to a year, what that means is that virtually you are bringing them to ground zero. Addo, beyond the look, let us hold the bull by the horn. Let us make the necessary arrangement. Yabutum yama mufaman work school. Na yetum na yashama we school. And we were in this country, Kwame, where those on the other side, how they played politics with this, told the parents of these kids that this was an uncaring president, this was an uncaring government, that in the face of the COVID, they were going to put their children in the line of danger. Well, they played all kinds of politics. That's it. Abai Akufo-Addo no ina bezechi wan fa won den sifoma entena mo from ho future Kwame nche we cannot vouch enti aya man ye remfiri ntam
Martin
and begin to listen to them. Kwame, when it was just a matter of dumso, a matter of cholera in this country, we saw their incompetencies. We saw it. These are the persons who are turning around today. Kwame, preaching from the top of the roof. We will do this, we will do that, we will do this. On my where we have come from. Na me really na me this to do that. And that more by Kwame. En kojoji nkoma ne pay.
Yeah.
And the pay nkoma in din. And na a pedal so name but kojo was not forthcoming. Especially on tolls. Kwame, early this year, I was part of a group suggestion on some other radio stations. There, toll. Kwame, especially before you get to the Kaswa toll booth, and spend no crowd about 40-45 minutes with your vehicles struggling with vehicles. If you are crying now, you go through the vehicle, and that's a now we are the coach one Ghana city. A brother said, "Na daddy buku kutia." And again, the demand for roads, Kwame, today in Ghana, the number one demand in all communities, number one demand, infrastructure demand, is a road. Now, Mpenfuzo say, what the here and was I raw go what I raw what you go and to say bottom I buy bottom why rota no yeska. And see, I was part of a group that suggested there. Why can't we take off all these toll booths? Take them away. Na young for bibi kakra young for to or ya a wafana a few na ya tonodo no daman dada. Into you don't now go and join this long tortuous traffic jam. And one will not also be there. Or what you operate in baby matobu to walk with Nebutia. Was under the Mexican one fine baby matobu to come with what
will look at different ways.
All of them.
Let me just catch you
That's
now
right.
because I check a card.
Oh, mommy.
This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.